What's going on, guys? I'm Tommy Nichols. You're watching Blue Collar Boys. And today, you know what? We got another one. American Badasses, the Facts. I'm hoping this one is not going to be near as controversial as the William Tecumseh Sherman one. But in today's age, you don't know. But this guy seems to be pretty much well liked by everyone. Well, after a certain war anyway. That is number 16, Abraham Lincoln. So we're going to hit it. We're going to roll with him. But you know what we got to do. Before we get going, we got to give our shout outs and our thank yous. And today it's the local icon, and some, yes, some, even call him the mayor of Shamuckla, Mr. Vic Campbell. Go check out his blogs over at incountry.blogspot.com. That's incountry.blogspot.com. And I'm even going to spell it out for you so you don't have any excuse at all. That's INCOUNTRY dot BLOGSPOT dot com. No dot. Go check it out, guys. He does a lot of great stuff over there, writes some amazing blogs. And to his Crudge group that meets weekly to solve all of the world's problems, and they have a blast doing it. It is a lot of good stuff, guys. And I have absolutely enjoyed being involved with these wonderful folks the last few weekends, and have had a lot of fun, man, and learned a lot of cool, great stuff that I didn't know. And I'm really looking forward to the next one. By the way, just in case you're wondering, CRUD stands for Shamuckla Reprobates Utopian Debate and Discussion Society. Just in case you're wondering. Now, with that said, guys, you know what time it is. Let's hop into it. American Badasses, the Facts. Abraham Lincoln. So we're going to hop right into it, but beforehand, if you hear any bumps, bangs, or whatever, we're here at the house in Blackwater State Forest, and mine and Sarah's wonderful fur baby, Alpha, is going crazy, being a puppy. So, you hear it? That's what it is. Anyway, let's jump into Abraham Lincoln. Number 1, Lincoln is enshrined in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Lincoln is enshrined in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. The great emancipator was not quite WWE material, but thanks to his long limbs, he was an accomplished wrestler as a young man. Defeated only once in approximately 300 matches, Lincoln reportedly talked a little smack in the ring as well. According to Carl Sandburg's biography of Lincoln, Honest Abe once challenged an entire crowd of onlookers after dispatching an opponent. "I am the big buck of this lick. If any of you want to try it, come on and wet your horns." There were no takers. Lincoln's grappling exploits earned him an Outstanding American honor in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. That is awesome. Can you imagine that, man? And now we kind of see where his writing skills take shape, right? He got them from the great American pastime of talking smack. Imagine that. Anyway, rolling right on. Number 2. Lincoln created the Secret Service hours before his assassination. On April 14, 1865, Lincoln signed legislation creating the United States Secret Service. That evening, he was shot at Ford's Theater. Even if the Secret Service had been established earlier, it would not have saved Lincoln. The original mission of the law enforcement agency was to combat widespread currency counterfeiting. It was not until 1901, after the killing of 2 other presidents, that the Secret Service was formally assigned to protect the Commander-in-Chief. Guys, when I was younger, we went on a family vacation to Ford's Theater. And we went across the street where Lincoln died. And they had a rope around the bed that he laid on and died. And he was a tall guy, and it was not nearly long enough for him. And me being the rebellious kid that I was, what did I do? I went underneath the rope and had to touch the bed where the president passed away. So, yeah, I touched the bed that Lincoln passed away on. But that's not here or there. But anyway, guys, if you get a chance, go to Ford's Theater. It is a living piece of history. They literally still have the box the way it was the night he was killed. It'll make your skin crawl. Number 3, grave robbers attempted to steal Lincoln's corpse. Secret Service did come to Lincoln's protection, but only in death. In 1876, a gang of Chicago counterfeiters attempted to snatch Lincoln's body from his tomb, which was protected by just a single padlock in Oak Ridge Cemetery in Springfield, Illinois. Their scheme was to hold the corpse for a ransom of $200,000 and obtain the release of the gang's best counterfeiter from prison. Secret Service agents, however, infiltrated the gang and were lying in wait to disrupt the operation. Lincoln's body was quickly moved to an unmarked grave and eventually encased in a steel cage and entombed under 10 feet of concrete. This poor guy, man, even in death, couldn't catch a break. Number 4, John Wilkes Booth's brother saved the life of Lincoln's son. Did not know this. A few months before John Wilkes Booth assassinated Lincoln, the president's oldest son, Robert Todd Lincoln, stood on a train platform in Jersey City, New Jersey. A throng of passengers began to press the young man backwards, and he fell onto the open space between the platform and the moving train. Suddenly, a hand reached out and pulled the president's son to safety by the coat collar. Robert Todd Lincoln immediately recognized his rescuer, famous actor Edwin Booth, brother of John Wilkes Booth. Wow. In another eerie coincidence, on the day of Edwin Booth's funeral, June 9, 1893, Ford's Theater collapsed, killing 22 people. Wow. That's some eerie stuff right there. Number 5. By the way, thank you yet again to thehistory.com. Made my job a heck of a lot easier. And I didn't want to throw out facts that we all know. I wanted to try to see if there was something out there that, the little known things. And they've done a great job of it. And it's not way too much. It's right perfect. I ain't got to keep you here way too long. Bore you to death. Get you a couple facts. Get you on down the road. Number 5. Lincoln is the only president to have obtained a patent. Yet again, didn't know this. Ben Franklin is not the only American political leader who demonstrated an inventive mind. After being aboard a steamboat that ran aground on low shoals and had to unload its cargo, Lincoln, who loved tinkering with machines, designed a method for keeping vessels afloat when traversing shallow waters through the use of empty metal air chambers attached to their sides. For his design, Lincoln obtained patent number 6,469 in 1849. Truly one of our brightest. Was always trying to better this country, one way or another. And in 1849, got a patent, can hopefully make it a little bit easier for all the folks traversing the rivers. Number 6. Whoa. Lincoln personally test-fired rifles outside the White House. That is awesome. Lincoln was a hands-on commander-in-chief who, given his passion for gadgetry, was keenly interested in the artillery used by his Union troops during the Civil War. Lincoln attended artillery and cannon tests and met at the White House with inventors demonstrating military prototypes. Although there was a standing order against firing weapons in the District of Columbia, Lincoln even test-fired muskets and repeating rifles on the grassy expanses around the White House, now known as the Ellipse and the National Mall. Another reason I like Lincoln. Did it his way, right? Number 7. Lincoln came under enemy fire on a Civil War battlefield. When Confederate troops attacked Washington, D.C. in July 1864, Lincoln visited the front lines at Fort Stevens on 2 days of the battle, which the Union would ultimately win. At one point, the gunfire came dangerously close to the president. Legend has it that Colonel Oliver Wendell Holmes, Jr., a future Supreme Court justice, barked, "Get down, you fool!" Lincoln ducked down from the fort's parapet and left the battlefield unharmed. Yeah. You talk about a sniper's dream target right there. And you know he had this traditional look, and everybody knew what Lincoln looked like. And of course, they were going to take a shot at him. That would be the ultimate kill for the Confederacy. Number 8. Lincoln did not move to Illinois until he was 21. Illinois may be known as the land of Lincoln, but it was in Indiana that the 16th president spent his formative years. Lincoln was born in a Kentucky log cabin in 1809, and in 1816, his father, Thomas, would move the family across the Ohio River to a 160-acre plot in southern Indiana. Lincoln did not migrate to Illinois until 1830. Number 9. Poisoned milk killed Lincoln's mother. Another one I didn't know. When Abraham was 9 years old in 1818, his mother, Nancy, died of a mysterious milk sickness that swept across southern Indiana. It was later learned that the strange disease was due to drinking tainted milk from a cow that had ingested poisonous white snake root. Man, 9 years old, and we know how his youth would go after his mother died. Wasn't the best, that's for sure. But things we all know happen for a reason. And the passing of his mother, it would harden Lincoln. He may not have known it why at the time, but later on down the road, he understood, I'm sure. And last, number 10, Lincoln never slept in the Lincoln bedroom, just so you know. When he occupied the White House, the 16th president used the current Lincoln bedroom as his personal office. It was there that he met with cabinet members and signed documents, including the Emancipation Proclamation. 10 facts that you may not know about Abraham Lincoln. Of course, there's several that I didn't know, and I'm glad and I'm thankful that I do these. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Tommy Nichols. This is the Blue Collar Voice. Remember, we woke up in the greatest country the world has ever known this morning. But it is up to each and every one of us to keep her that way. Eyes front, shields up. You know what time it is. Toodles!